Yeah. Yeah. The People Podcast. I'm on it here to make you think and take them black to the basis. No gimmicks needed. Our melanin was designed for this greatness. Power was created, the most high, assigned to the favorites. We win as a nation, it's mutual. Young black man, you enough. Ladies, you beautiful. Don't let them tell you different. Your energy can't be shifted. Created, nor destroyed. That's a scientific fact, so opinions is all forward. This is how you're learning. Higher conscious awareness of self. This that undisputed, undefeated, down in the belt. This your grandma cooking on Sunday morning. Don't touch the fridge. God is good all the time and all the time. Yeah, you did. This is music for the mind. Lyrics to touch your soul. Melody for high frequencies.
Kinfolk, we are back once again for another episode of Black to the Basics, aka the People's Podcast. I am your host, Mr. 52 the Boss, here with my co-host.
It's your boy Jared, man, checking in. What's going on, people?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Happy
We made
holidays. We
it
are
to the end
back.
of the year.
Yes, sir.
Season 8 finale. A lot
Oh,
going on, a lot we're gonna talk about today, a lot we're gonna debrief and get into today, man. But for starters, how was your Christmas and or weekend, my brother?
oh, man. The holiday, as you can hear in my voice, kind of caught a little bit of cold from my youngest. And no, people, I don't have COVID. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You gotta
I
put that
was gonna
disclaimer.
ask.
Gotta put a disclaimer out to people who don't have COVID. Was able to get a chance to see some my family, my relatives. Was able to do something very special for my grandmother. Won't disclose what that was, but just to see the smile on her face and knowing what everything she's gone through and what it meant
Mhm.
to her, really fulfilled my holiday weekend, man. The kids got everything that they wanted, and I know this was an update from the last episode as far as the pot.
Yes.
Um, I was 8 for 8 and she was 8 for 8, so literally neither one of us followed the rules, so
Okay.
needless to say, we got everything that we wanted, plus, surprise gift, I was able to pull off the, Tiana Taylor ones
Oh,
for the wife. She's been wanting them
you must have
forever.
made a call to Tiana personally because them Jones you can't get them
Yeah,
exclusive, man.
I had to pull in some sneaker plugs, you know what I'm saying, call a couple people and,
Right.
somebody came through for me, so, I saw them for the first time because 'cause I've never really seen them on anybody's feet except
Yeah.
for Tiana Taylor. I was like, "Yo, these is tough." So, needless to say, she went through the roof on Christmas Day when she saw them. So, yeah, man, my holiday was good. So how about yourself, brother? What did you do for the kids? You know, how was it?
All
You
that
know what I mean? Did you dress up? Did you put your
with the matching pajamas.
put the mattress out? We did do that. We had the
We
Bluey.
did the robes though. We did robes, huh?
Okay, oh,
Instead of
look
the
real
matching
player.
pajamas, kids got the robes this Christmas because they've been a couple years behind in robes. So yeah, so they got the robes with
Okay,
the slippers. So that was definitely cool. But nah, no matching pajamas this year.
yeah.
Yeah, but maybe next year I'll be able to holler at my people over there at Taylor Arts and get the matching pajamas.
Right. Hey, they had some great pictures, by the way. Shout out to,
Taylor Arts.
yeah, they
Oh
definitely
yeah.
had the matching tees, custom tees.
Yeah.
I've gotten a few custom tees, especially if you guys have seen the one I had of my mother. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? They did that. Anytime I call, place my order, great customer service, you know what I'm saying? Service with a smile. So
Yes,
check
sir.
them out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get some more work done. So check them
Yeah,
out,
holla
man.
at
Yeah,
her.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Hands
man.
out for that.
So, kids, we stay. Shout out to Taylor Arts again.
Yep, yep.
We stay here in the A, but man, just getting to Christmas was a lot for me. I had to go get my daughter for the holiday, and it turned out to be a longer trip than I expected due to COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I had to check. Now I wasn't. I'm COVID free
Oh, I'm
over
about to
here.
ask you, did you take your test?
COVID free. I keep at least 3 COVID tests on me at all times. And it's funny because I've been talking to people lately about different things and now it's a joke like, oh, you might have COVID. But the last 3 people I've said that to actually all had COVID. So I'm
Well,
like, maybe I need to stop saying
yeah,
that.
stop saying that, though.
Yeah, I was joking with one of my partners, and I was like, man, you might got the COVID, you might need to test because he was talking about different symptoms. me being someone who's always looking to it, I'm like, yeah, this is on the list. Okay, this on the list. I'm like, they got the new variant out.
So
And
you
we
the new
joking about it.
WebMD.
Literally next day, they were, man, I got COVID. Dang, man. So
That's
yeah,
tough.
I've seen that happen 3 times. But yeah, that kind of made my trip longer. So I had to do a nice little 14-hour round trip to get my daughter, which I wasn't excited about, but I'm happy that I got the time to be with my daughter. So
Yeah.
my kids, man, are the greatest when it comes to gifts or presents. They are very specific about what they want. And usually it's one thing that they really want, and everything else they don't really care
Just
about.
don't care, right?
So it was super dope. My daughter playing field hockey, she got an opportunity to get her own personalized field hockey stick. So she was elated. It happened to be her school colors, which I didn't even do that on purpose, but it just
Yeah,
happened.
it just happened that way, right?
Yeah, so she was elated about that. My son even got he had the Nintendo Switch for like 4 or 5 years, but obviously he broke it. So he ain't really been using it for like 2 years. So I finally got the remote fixed. So he was elated about that, man. We end up turning it into a whole Mario Kart battle, man. We played till like 12 o'clock, dog.
Oh
We
man.
started at about 6, 7 o'clock, and we was playing my son, my daughter, myself, man. We was playing Mario Kart till like midnight because we was neither one of us
Wanna
was
lose.
willing to get up off. Nah, run it back. And to see my daughter into it, because she'll play games every now and again, like mainly on the Wii, but she ain't really rocking with no games like that. But the 64, I mean the Nintendo Switch with Mario Kart,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
can you resist that? It's a classic game.
Hey man, just the original Mario Kart was a classic on
Yeah,
Super
all the
Nintendo
Mario
and
Kart. Yeah,
64.
I'm trying
So,
to find them a 64 so I can show them like how it
hey,
really was
I got
playing
a
on.
I got a solution for you. I actually just ordered something
Okay,
that's coming to the crib, you know what I'm saying, via Amazon, and
okay.
it's got like 200 games on there. So, but it's got like Mario Kart, the Donkey Kong, all the Nintendo 64, Super
Mm.
Nintendo. Yeah, I'm gonna put you on. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
put it
holla
out
at your
there,
boy.
but
Yeah,
I
holla at your
got
boy.
you though.
Yeah,
I
keep that
got
on
you.
the low.
I got you,
Yeah,
cuz.
man, but we got to play some games. My baby boy Drado he got a little four-wheeler that had a little cargo joint to pick up stuff. So he got to drive that on the driveway, man. So it was super dope. I didn't think he would like it like that hype, but his eyes got super
Lit
big.
up. He ready to
Oh,
roll now.
yeah, he hopped up and was ready to ride, man. So that was super fun, man. And then I
Yeah.
got surprised. The kids they okey doke me, and I'm usually a hard person to surprise because I'm always paying attention. But they finessed me on what was it Friday? They were like, "Oh, we want to go to the store." I'm like, "All right, we going to the store for?" They're like, "Oh, we got to get wrapping paper," and I'm like, "All right, well, why y'all want y'all gifts wrapped? Whatever."
Yeah.
So they end up making me go somewhere else to get something to eat, and then I Christmas come. They're like, "Oh, here your gift." And so they actually got me. I actually got to show this. They actually got me some Vans, man.
That's
But
tough.
the dope thing for those in video land about these Vans, they started off as one color and they actually break away, dog. So you actually can tear these to a whole nother pattern up under the shoe. So
Oh, that's tough. Okay.
yeah.
I
So
like
I
that.
literally got two shoes that kind of mismatched. I kind of tore some of it off on one shoe, and the other one I kind of
Oh,
left
so you
alone.
just
So
you just rock it how you wanna rock it for real,
yeah,
for real.
so I'm like, y'all really be paying attention to me. I got the size right and everything. Got the size 11, and so yeah, that kind of broke me. A little thug tear dropped on that one because
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
always special when the kids look out, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, and they all put their money in and was like, oh, dad, this for you, and I'm like, huh? I'm like, for me, like, yeah. So they got me on that, and
Yeah,
then my
yeah.
daughter, she's still into knitting. I was about to say sewing, knitting. So she made like ear warmers and hats and scarves and sleep masks for like my wife and then head warmers for my son and I. So she did her thing, man. So it was full of
Sounds like you had a great Christmas,
yeah,
sir.
it was full of things, but just love, man. We enjoyed each other's company. I made breakfast. We ate, had a lot of laughs. We was up all night watching movies. We even watched you would appreciate this. Made the kids. We watched Meteor Man, dog, and they
Oh,
were
yeah, okay.
they were just like,
Now,
wow. And we
that's
were
not a Christmas
like,
movie, but that you can
dog, but
you can
we have
definitely
seen
watch
there's
it.
so many Christmas movies that we've seen. I don't think there's Christmas movies that we haven't seen, man.
Yeah.
So they watched that and they fell in love with the movie. They were like, man, this is crazy. What's up with the little golden people? And I'm like, oh, it's the golden lords, and they watching the baby lords and junior man. it was just like taking a moment back in time for them to be able to experience a movie that I love so much and
Yeah.
a black superhero and taking place in DC. They enjoyed it, man. We had a great time. We also are about to watch this week. Hoop Dreams is on the next list. They want to watch. They super excited about it. So
Yeah.
no, you would appreciate that being
Hey man,
that's
I
like
wa
top 5 films for
I
you.
would listen. I'll be honest. I watch Hoop Dreams maybe once every other week, bro.
I
Like
know, man. I know.
when I'm in
Me
the
too.
office, especially when I'm on a game playing 2K or something. I want to
And then you
listen to
see,
some
is it me or you see something different? Like you would
every
take
time.
away a different takeaway every time you
I
watch,
see
man.
either a different NBA athlete that's like at the that was
Yeah.
at the camp
Yeah,
with
yeah.
William, or you just kind of you look at things, different challenges that they face,
How
kind
it
of, you
played
know what I'm
out. Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So yeah, man, and it's a real good documentary because it sparks a lot of dialogue, not just
Mhm.
basketball. It just the overview of parents wanting their kids to make and kids feeling
Parenting, inner
the
city,
pressure. Like I mean, just the whole
the choices is so many different things.
it's
So
so
yeah,
yeah.
they've seen me watch it so long that they've kind of seen little previews of it, so they excited to watch that. I'm definitely excited to see my son's reaction
Because
because
now
now
he's
he's
playing.
interested in playing basketball seriously now. So
Yeah, yeah.
I can't wait for that moment. But
That's my
we did watch Jingle Jangle, which is a Christmas movie that
Jungle
on
Jangle. Which
Netflix.
one is that?
That's the one that came out like a year or two ago.
I have
That
not
was the
seen
one
that.
with Forrest Whitaker,
I did
and
not
he was
watch
the
that
toy
one.
maker. So it was a good. So we
It was
rewatched
decent?
that one.
Okay.
But the only downside I have to say, I did not see Die Hard on none of the channels this year. Normally it's
Oh,
always on.
it don't matter. I got 'em saved
Yeah,
on,
I got them saved on the DVR as well. But I'm just like, what happened? What y'all doing?
man, listen, we talked about it last week, man. Christmas just
Don't
didn't
it's
seem
not
the
the same.
same. So, I didn't see it on TV, so I like, you know what, man? Let me go to my Amazon, boop, boop, boop,
Yeah,
boom,
but pull it
and
right
got
up.
it
Yeah,
rocking.
I was
Yeah,
looking for it like, okay, I know it's gonna be on TBS or Showtime or
yeah.
like it was
You know what
nowhere.
else I didn't see? Friday After Next.
No.
Nobody, and they didn't have that plan, so I had to go back.
Had to
Had to
go.
watch that joint. Shout out to the HBO Max. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Like,
right.
so a lot of movies like that they didn't have planned, man. So we just like
Yeah,
yourself.
man. So great holiday. We,
Yeah,
New Year's will be next week coming up, or I guess say, yeah, next week coming up. So we at the end of our 8th season. So we've made it 8 seasons.
8 seasons, man.
Right. And now we also at the end of the year as well. So
Yeah,
2023 has been a very different year. So man, what has 2023 taught you? Let's just start there.
man. It's taught me a lot, like
Talk
everything.
about it, man.
I
Because
love everything, man. It talked to me about adversity, overcoming that. You know what I'm saying? With like I talked about it before, my accident, just going through the rehab process, fighting, whatever situations I had to deal with that.
right.
Just about life in general, man. Learning about family. You know what I'm saying? Like the people you think are in your corner, you think that family, turns out really not. The people that you are not really blood related to
Right.
are more family, so I can say I've had a lot of life lessons this whole entire year,
Right.
from a husband aspect, from being a father, like different ways of parenting, just learning more about myself, you know what I mean? So I would say, yeah, man, 2023 has taught me
You're
a
quite
lot,
the year.
you know what I'm saying?
You're
So
quite the year.
and I'm saying it was a bad year at all, but I think
It
this
was
is
just
like
very different. Yeah,
was
it
different,
was very
very
different
different.
in many ways. It definitely taught me patience, to not lean on my own understanding of how we expect things to be, or I
Yeah.
know it looked like this, or it should work this way. But it really, a lot of things didn't work in the manner in which that we thought they should happen, or
No,
why. And you like, this don't really make sense. And trying to lean on our own understanding or lean on our own talent or ability or gift to make things happen.
Yeah.
I don't know for you, but definitely for me, it let me see like, all right, God, I'm just gonna follow your lead because clearly
Yeah.
the way I'm
That's
going is clearly you have a different plan in mind.
It's almost like you have like you like where we want to go.
Right.
In the last year, we talked about, hey man, 2023 is all about me. I don't care, and that was
Mhm.
not in a selfish way. It's like,
Right,
hey,
right.
we're gonna do the things that makes us happy, whatever that is.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, cool. We thought you would go this way, but he has another direction for you. Then you kind of
Right.
found out, okay, cool. So, listen, pay attention, and then learning how to follow those steps. Because once again, man, you have signs all around you all the time, man. Sometimes people don't listen. For instance, like women, they want a good man, but God or whoever placed one in front of you, but you won't listen. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
going this way,
Wanted a certain
fellas.
way.
You know what I'm saying? You was trying to go after a certain promotion, certain job. Another door open. You didn't want to go through that door. You wanted to do it your way. So 2023 was all about life lessons, man. Paying
Mhm.
attention to your surroundings, what was going on. And it was just crazy. Everything that's happened this year from, everything in the world from entertainment. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
been a
We
wild
had the
year.
strike. We had Shorty with the fake
Fake
kidnapping.
kidnapping.
We had Rihanna. We had some Diddy situations. You got
Yeah.
the Rico cases in Atlanta.
Yeah. And then they
The
still
Keith
going
Lee
on.
situation in Atlanta with restaurants and just
Yeah.
customer service aspect. And
Yeah.
it obviously things are going to keep evolving and changing. But definitely for me, man, it definitely has been a year of just kind of sitting and kind of meditating on, all right, let me just watch things play out. Let me not try to go a certain way or let me just see how everything plays out and move accordingly within a lot of things, man, within myself. I definitely said, every year I have a theme that I go by. Like I said, 2023 was all about me.
Mm-hmm.
And to that point, I was able to do a lot of things for me. One of the biggest decisions I made really for myself this year was deciding to do a show, which I had the opportunity to do my show, What Men Don't Say
Phenomenal.
Volume 2. Just listen,
Phenomenal.
which was a lot, man. It took a lot of time, effort, dedication, work, financial aspect of it.
Yeah.
Working with somebody out of state, 2 states over, trying to coordinate timing and rehearsal and just everything above that goes with just trying to put on a show. It was beyond challenging. There were many times where it was like, is it even worth it? Like, should I keep going with this? And that was something that it really wasn't supposed to happen by how everything was set up. We know that a lot of places are still recovering from the pandemic.
Right.
Particularly live theater has been kind of slowly coming back on certain circuits, but a lot of things were shut off. So normally where I would be able to do 3 or 4 shows a year is kind of dates are now like, hey, everybody who had a show in 2020 or 2021 couldn't
We try
book
to push it
now.
forward. Right.
Yeah, so now everybody's pushing everything now. They kind of catching up to all the people who wanted to do things. So at one point for me, it was looking like, all right, it's just not gonna be possible. And I had called, every theater that I had a connection with or that I thought that I can get an audience with. And I was getting those heavy, dog. Like, nah,
Yeah.
maybe try it next year, 2024. Like, hit us up. Hit us at the end of the year. And it was just no after no after no. And I got a no initially. And they said, well, would you be interested if someone changes their mind or, cancels a date? Would you want us to notify you? I'm like, yes. And like the next day I got a call. So I'm like, all right, this is my sign
See
to
how
make
it
it
worked?
happen. And that show was very challenging for many reasons. It was me. I don't think I've ever been that open, honest, and even vulnerable in a show by putting so much into it and taking not only my words, but the several fellas that I interviewed or talked to or had a conversation with or just kind of picked their brain. I took all of those stories and put it together to form these 4 characters and to see the response of people, still messaging me like, man, you don't even understand. Like I had my dentist and dental tech come to my show, and there are a white woman and a Hispanic woman that actually came to see my show, and I'm thinking it's for the fellas, and they sitting to me talking to me in tears. I just
Yeah.
got my teeth cleaned like 2 months ago, and they still had the conversation with me like, man, you don't understand how much that touched me. I'm a mom, and I thought that I had things a certain way and doing things, the right way or whatever, but I never considered from my son's perspective how things
Yeah.
were. And it's like, man, to have those conversations with people where you think it just like, all right, I'm doing it, but not realizing how it affects other people. So I definitely, that was the biggest thing that I did as far as 2023 being about me. I try
Yeah.
to take more time to myself and get more personal with God, my spirituality, also just with my walk,
Yeah.
and just even what I want to do in life, man. Just trying to not be so, I ain't gonna say not talkative, not where I'm telling everybody, but kind of holding things that I want to do closer to myself.
Yeah.
I try to focus a lot more on that because as someone who's excited about doing things. I'm always trying to tell somebody to motivate, like, look, man, I got this going on and you can benefit and whoop de woo and we can connect. But I try to sit back and really this year and try to just say, all right, let me make it more personal to myself and hold that in and be able to take that in and make it personal to me within my journey. And I've, to your point, have learned a lot about life,
Oh, I'm telling you,
about
man.
friends, about family, about circumstance, about situations, about people you thought to rock with you. And not even on something like, oh, I got haters, but just seeing how different people's perspective is on life and particularly your life and your connection or
Yeah.
relationship with them. You know, people that you think have your best interest or they're to rock with you and not necessarily don't, but they're your importance is not what's important to them.
Yeah.
And learning that everybody's not gonna see your vision.
We
And it's
listen,
okay. You know what I'm saying?
we had that conversation all the time. I'm saying, man, everybody's not gonna be passionate about what
Right.
you want to do. So you
Right.
got to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got to be fine.
I had a
And it's-
difficult time with
sometimes
that.
it's a tough pill when you think
Yeah.
that people are close to you, like, but you know this what I do. They like,
Yeah.
I feel you, but it's not that important to me. And so me learning to make my journey more personal to myself and what I want for me and not having to rely on that validation from the next person or whoever
Yeah.
to validate my dream or my belief or whatever. Not relying on that and just saying, like, look, if you believe it for you, then that's all that really matters. But it's definitely taught me, you know, a grit, a toughness, to have thicker skin, to be able to understand, like, it's okay.
Yeah,
And it's
man.
definitely, I have definitely learned even more to keep my eye over E, my intelligence over my emotions, and be able to really, really, truly practice showing my emotional intelligence. I definitely been on my, I've been on my Zen, on my one with nature. I ain't even really popped off on nobody this year. I'm so proud of myself, though.
Hey,
You know,
I
I'm
wish
quick to do it.
I wish I could say the same, but hey, it's a
balance,
win.
though, right?
It's a win for me because I haven't done it as much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
you,
like
you
you
have
said.
definitely become better, right? A
Yeah.
little of my Zen is kind of like, all right, I'm gonna give him another chance before I pop off. To your credit, you have done all right. You
Yeah,
gave
listen.
it all right now, like
I
you
gave you the
about to turn
warning.
into something else. So you
But-
definitely have that, but I've definitely been on my like unbothered phase of just like I'm okay with whatever it is someone else does or how they feel, but I have to know whatever I believe for me is it for me, and it's okay,
Yeah.
and that's all that matters. And so I've definitely had the opportunity to really practice that. This has been a brand new year for me of being a homeowner, which is something I never thought possible. So
Yes,
being able
sir.
to have some
Yes, sir.
security,
Let's get a
and
hand clap for that.
generational wealth for that has been exciting.
Yes, sir.
Got to do some trips for myself 2023. What else happened that's really significant?
Man,
I got to get my dream car. That was kind of
That too.
cool. Yeah, but yeah, really just fostering relationships, definitely I would say with my Weeks clan, my at home, my wife and my children has really been my focus also this year. We've definitely grew a much tighter bond within the home, because sometimes we think that because we live in a house together or
Everything
talk
cool.
to people a lot that everything is clicked. Like,
Yep.
sometimes kids be like, nah, dad, you here, but you ain't really here. Or we doing stuff at home, but I want to go out and do things. Sometimes we think just because we're there that it's the same. And sometimes we gotta take the second to be like, all right, you know, I gotta really focus and be present in the moment. So I've definitely focused on being present. So those definitely are some of my takeaways for 2023.
Yeah.
As it relates to the pod, not gonna lie, keep it a buck. It was very rough this year. It was very
Yeah.
rough from us, but we still here. We still kicking. We haven't called it quits. We
Yeah.
ain't put the bikes up.
No.
But it was very challenging for many ways. I think it was a moment for us to really see like what's really important to y'all. All right. And sometimes you got to go back to what works, but also more so why you got into it, why you started doing it in the first
Why you
place.
start doing it virtually? Yeah.
Sometimes when things start to go too well, you kind of lose sight of that. You know, even like you look at sports, sometimes when you get ahead in the game, you ain't really focus on playing your A game because you're like, we ahead, we good.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
kind of lose sight of the intent behind like what's the goal. And not that we lost focus, but I definitely say the intent behind how we started has not been always the same throughout this whole season.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think
A lot of stuff has happened, bro. Like life has
yeah,
happened. I mean,
a lot of
a
changes.
lot of stuff has happened, man. So I would say the same thing, but I just think us still doing it, still being true to who we are, what
Yeah.
we doing, you know what I'm saying? A lot of I would say a lot of experimentation
Hmm.
this season, and we've implemented a new visual aspect of it, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? So just trying to, once again getting back to what we do best and what the people love, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People still listening. Like I said, we got an email the other day. People from other countries, like countries that I would never expect to be looking us up
Right,
and
right,
be
right.
listening. And like, there's some of our top places and countries that tune in. So thankful for each and every one of you that listen, tune in, whether you
Of
watch us
course.
visually or watch us or listen to us on your favorite streaming platform.
Hmm.
It means a lot, and that's why we keep going, trying to revamp and just give the people what they asking for, man. So,
Yeah, definitely
um,
being able to get man, continue to try to be true to our name has definitely been important to us. And I think that's really what keeps us going. Even when sometimes we're like, all right, do people still care? Do people still listen? Knowing that we have to be for the people. We have to give them something to talk about. We have to be able to be that voice. We got to get that barbershop conversation that's uplifting. That's not
yeah, yeah.
always, yeah, there they go. Because now when we see somebody name in the headline, it's like, it's like man throwing
It's
food shark in the water. Boy.
Yeah, man. But
I
I
mean,
think
food in the water for
with
sharks.
with us, which we've always been different, and I feel like even when the worst topics, right? I feel like we've always been able to bring awareness to the situation and then kind
Mhm.
of give a different perspective because it's easy for us to get up here and just bash whatever situation, talk negative about a situation. But I mean, just giving people something different,
Mhm.
I think that's a challenge in itself. I mean, I think
Oh, beyond.
we
The-
run a show where
yeah,
we don't curse like this, like you
clean.
clean.
Like your pastor can listen to this. Shout out to all the pastors that listen
Yeah,
to this
shout out to
show.
y'all, man. So I mean, people don't understand like how difficult. And I'm not gonna say it's difficult, but it's like
It's
to
when you have a topic that you're passionate about.
have yes,
Sometimes
that you want
your
to yes,
temperature changes on that.
yeah,
And as two people that are very strong minded in their beliefs and what they believe, we could go to a next level where we're trying to make our points and what we believe, but
yeah,
understanding ultimately, like, okay, if we just voicing our opinions, eventually people are gonna get tired of just opinions, right? We want to be
right,
able to something that's gonna spark a conversation, even
yeah.
if you disagree with what we're saying. It
As long
still
as the
gives you an
conversation was
opportunity to
had,
say, hey, I ain't really agree with what they saying, but they did have a couple valid points, and that's
right,
our job, is start that conversation. If you in the car, listen to us, you at your job, listen to us, or you with your significant other, listen to us. We want you to, when you leave the show or whatever portion you listen to, be able to go back and talk about that. That's
yeah,
the whole intent behind what we do. So any topic, anything we talk about, even if we just shooting the breeze, just talking just about whatever, we try and make sure that it's something that can evoke some type of conversation.
yeah. You always leave listening to us and take something away. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like somebody, hey man, I was listening to such and such, man, when you said this and said that, like that means the world. Like
Yeah,
one, people taking the time to listen. Two, you're thinking of things that, like for instance, we talk about our favorite childhood memories from Christmas.
yeah,
I got people say, hey man, you forgot to talk about this. You remember this?
yeah,
That type of stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it means the world to us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once again, we get so caught up in just how society is right now. It feels good to go back memory lane. Just think about things that, hey man,
yeah.
what was your favorite sneaker growing up? Or
Right,
say,
right.
oh, I could tell you X, Y, Z. Or you remember when this came out? Like just to see the happiness on people's faces. Like
Yeah.
those are that's why we do it, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that
Because once
nostalgia,
again,
man. It's funny.
it,
I posted a picture. Somebody had a picture, and it was like it was an ad from like Toys R Us or something from like 1996, and it had the original. I think PlayStation might have been there. It had
yeah,
the Sega, the 64, and like the Super Nintendo.
has a great
And
time,
I
man.
just reposted saying like, "Yo, what a time to be alive!" Like we thought that this was the great, like it would never be a better time. You know what I'm saying?
Man, listen.
How we felt, and being able to have those nostalgia moments of just being like, man, You remember that one Christmas, dog, when you just got everything,
Everything or what you
everything that you
didn't
wanted was
get.
under. You like, hold on, this can't. Am
Yeah.
I dreaming? This is crazy.
And then once again, even for me being on the show, I listen, I learn. Like even we have guests, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that's one thing I loved about when we do our interviews. You know, once
Yeah.
again, because we truly come, bring people on to highlight their story. And I learn something from every guest that we've had on our show. I even learn stuff from my co-host over here. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like he likes to separate his Skittles and stuff like that before he performs.
Let me eat Skittles. Don't believe
I'm just saying, like, I was backstage when he was getting ready for his performance, people. When I tell y'all, man,
what did I have? Water.
when
That's
people
it.
get in the zone,
Give
people get
give
in the
me a
zone.
smart water
Just people
that's with the
get in the zone.
electrolytes, and I'm
So-
good. And give
somebody
me
had
space.
the-
I don't need no
Somebody
talking.
had the wrong water back there. Oh my god! 52, the boss was like, "Hey, this ain't boss water. Get this out of here." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But-
People be crazy, like, what's wrong with you? Like, nothing. I just be in my mode. I just be silent back there. Like, you good?
yeah, man. But like 2023, man, just don't be open to learning. Be
Yes.
open-minded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
once again, you learn so much from different people. You know what I'm saying? If you're closed-minded, you're never going to evolve because you're going to be stuck in your ways. So that's what 2023 has taught me, man. Just being
Yeah.
open, being receptive. Like I said, even listening to my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a 10-year-old, I have
And
a
they
4-year-old.
talking now too, man.
And
These kids are really
yes.
talking and
And
speaking
they telling
their
you how
mind,
they
which is
feel.
different.
Yeah,
It's different.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and it's a great thing for them to be able to feel, for us to be able to create that safe space for them to be able to be comfortable to have that conversation. I think it's important, especially this day and age, because our parents used to say, like, we don't know, what's going on with y'all, like when y'all leave the house. But
Yeah.
now it is like it's 10 times worse.
Sometimes some stuff you just, not saying you don't want to know, man, but your kids, our kids now are very open, very vocal,
Right.
to where once again, the stuff that we probably experienced or kept to ourselves because we didn't have open communication with our
Right.
parents like that. Our kids are comfortable. Once again, that can be a gift and a curse. 'Cause like I said,
Mhm.
my daughter's 10, and now she's got that whole little interested in these little just little boys, and
I got a
and
14-year-old, so
yeah, so and it's not like once again it's like, hey, this is my classmate, I like him, but I'm like, hey, I'm a father at the end of the day, and I got 2 little girls, so whoa, let's slow down.
slow
So
it down.
but the fact that we can have these conversations, kind of laugh and joke about,
But even
like
that
I said,
she's feel comfortable enough to even have to say that, I think is definitely open to allow them to have that type of conversation.
well, I had to listen to my wife first because when
Oh, yeah, she was
initially
ready to pop off.
my first reaction wasn't the wasn't the right reaction. You
Get
know
the
what I'm saying?
strap.
It wasn't the right reaction. So once again, it comes back to, like I was saying, learning. Hey man, you can't really, she came to you comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's times is different, man. But
yeah.
we have to learn to take the data that we get to really kind of make the best decision. We can't expect the old school mentality where things were different because they didn't have access to so much things. Like
Right.
things that they weren't about now and seeing, we weren't seeing until we like adults. You know what I'm saying? Or in college.
Prime
They
example.
seeing it like elementary school.
I didn't get my first phone until I was able to buy one for myself.
Yeah.
Cell phone. Kids now, they get a cell phone. Like they still have
6 years old,
access
yeah.
to things that
Internet and
once
everything.
again,
Especially if you're not blocking all that
if you're
stuff.
not paying attention, right? So yeah, don't let the internet, don't let that stuff raise your kids. Like I said, 2023, what did you learn? I learned to be more in the present versus thinking about what I'm gonna do 5 years from now or 5 weeks from now, because I used to be so focused on I'm trying to move. Hey, I got this, I got that
2
going.
moves ahead.
Not realizing, hey man, my oldest was just 5. She's 10. Logan was just 2. She's 4.
She's 4.
Like, what happened? So it's like
talking
slowing
to you,
down,
sentences and telling you what she want and don't like and all that.
Slowing down. I knew things were getting fast when she said, "Daddy, can we go to Starbucks?" I'm like, "What you mean? Can we go to Starbucks? You 4. I want my drink." Well, what do you like to drink? She could run me down her order exactly, and she has allergies, so she tell you no dairy. I gotta have this. She's 4, so I had to slow down. Like, hey man, I'm missing a lot of my children's development, even though I'm present. So to your point, being more here, being more focused, giving that same
in the
energy
moment.
that I can give my job, I can give to my kids and I can give to my wife. So Like I
Yeah,
said, man, this
we
is
definitely have to learn to live in the moment. Like I said,
yeah,
sometimes we think as parents like, well, I live at the house with you, or I'm home, but it's like I'm home, but I'm working. I'm
yeah,
home, I'm doing something else, or watching TV, or watching a movie, or doing something else. So it's like it's not really the same. And for us, we would have loved that, you know what I'm saying, growing up. But
yeah.
it's like they're different. They need more. They
Kids are
don't
different.
have they don't have that same type of mentality. They ain't as strong in a lot of
No,
aspects
you
that
gotta
we
be
were.
here.
And had to
That
be tough and have to do a lot of things that had that independence. They don't have that.
yeah,
So they need a little bit more. And so being able to know that these kids are different, you know what I'm saying? And learning to be present in that moment is important. Even
yeah.
if it's just like the other day, my son asked me to play it was like Sorry or Trouble. And I was so just excited that he want to actually go back to a board game. I'm like, you want to
Yeah,
play board games, dog? Like,
and them be the funnest times, man. And it's like to the kids, it's like something new that it feels like ancient to them. Like
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Like
It's like, oh
we
my
can't we
god.
grew up on this. We like you want to play a board game? Let's go. Like this is my language right here. So man, just stuff like that. Or my daughter coming into, all right, daddy, what you watching? Shark Tank? Oh, American Greed? Oh yeah, you remember this episode, daddy? Like
Yeah,
that's our thing. We have shows that I watch with my son, or also my daughter, and even my wife, and even baby boy. Like he be having me on the Teletubbies and all these kids shows
man. Listen.
where it's like you used to watching it now, but that bond, that time is so precious, man. And they
Yeah,
love those moments, dog.
yeah,
They will remember that. Like my son talk about something when he was like 3. Like, dog, you 10, how do you remember that?
yeah. Because
He's like,
that's what's
remember that
important,
one
man.
time when you took me here? And I'm like, dog, you were 3.
That's what's important, man. Like I said, you could spend like just holiday just ended. You could spend $3,000 on your kids, right? They're
Mhm.
never gonna remember how much you spent on them, but
No.
you can take that trip and
Yeah.
go somewhere with them, and they're like, "Man, I remember this." Or some as small as, like I said, me and my youngest have the jump park days. So on
Yeah, you got
Saturday
drink.
we go. So she looks forward to it every Saturday. So no matter if I'm tired or whatever, I still do those things because she remembers that. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mhm.
her and my time, and then or my oldest. So just developing those times, being in the moment, and like, hey, I know I got to work next week, but that's
Mhm.
next week. Right now, I'm off. Don't call me work related, none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm focused on my wife, my kids this weekend, or just myself, living in the moment, man. Just
Yeah.
slowing down because I don't know about you. This year went by extremely fast,
Beyond.
dog. Like
Beyond, dog.
we went from October and we're here. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
remember all of November. I remember Thanksgiving and we just
That
had
was it.
Christmas. Like I mean,
I
it's
remember my son's birthday,
flying.
which was both in October, and then we was in Thanksgiving, and then we were talking about Thanksgiving. Like now we over here talking about Christmas
Man, it
and New
was
Year.
now we about to be in the new year. So
Yeah,
time is
these
accelerated, bro.
days, months is just like phew, it's yeah, it's you go to sleep and it's 3 months later. Like what's
So
going on?
what I tell people all the time, man, enjoy your time while you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Because once again, we just like we just started the beginning of last season. And it's like we
We
didn't
in
are
season finale, season 8.
we're here, dog.
About to look
So
for season.
yeah, so it's I tell anybody, man, if you haven't learned anything from this year, just appreciate time, value that. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
know we all want to, have nice things, but man, time is the most valuable thing right
Mm-hmm.
now. Because once again, where is it going? It's steady moving. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta
And they ain't slowing down for nobody.
live in
So
the
we
moment.
so we know that we're at the end of the year. It ain't officially the new year yet, but we a few days away
Yeah.
from the new year, and 2024 is upon us. So what are some of the things you're looking to do just in 2024? It don't have to necessarily be by the pod, just in
Oh
general
yeah.
about life. Is
I'm
anything?
gonna continue my fitness journey. You know what I'm saying? That's something that I started again, like seriously, back in what is it, like March, May?
Mhm.
Shout out to my brother, Coach Frankenstein, Coach Mike. Just really just honing in, just give me a game plan. And it's really, like I said, man, going to the gym, that was nothing. It was the other aspect of it. So continuing on that. So it's
Mhm.
not like January 1, I'm like, oh, new year, new me. Nah, I've been working. A lot of progress has happened. There's still a lot of work to do, man, but I'm excited to continue that journey. And continue to build a relationship with my kids, my wife, you know what I mean? So those are the things I'm focusing on 2024. Anything outside of that, I know it's gonna sound crazy, man, but it really don't matter to me at that, man. Like, and I mean, family. If I rock with you, I rock with you, and you know who you are.
Why you always gotta say that, man?
Hey, man, I do, because here's the thing. That's what I learned,
No, man,
bro.
it's the new
That's
year.
what I learned. It's the new year, but
My
some
man
of these
said, if I rock with you, I rock with you.
listen,
If I
it's a
don't,
new
you know what it
year,
is.
but some of these principles are always going to apply every year. So what I'm just saying, like,
But
I'm focused.
let the year start and then see how it
No,
go first.
no,
Though.
sir,
You
no,
said
sir.
off rip.
Off the listen, you know why I stand
Y'all the
20.
busted.
What the young kids say? Hold on,
Stand on
let me
business.
see. Standing on
Oh,
business.
business.
You know what I'm saying?
My man
Yeah.
just signed.
I just signed standing on business for y'all on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But no, just, and I'm saying that jokingly, but just honestly, man, just enjoying those relationships that
You're
I
not gonna
have.
put that. You're not gonna put that time and energy to something that you know is not conducive for a successful or healthy relationship. You're
Correct.
gonna put your
And that
time
could be
elsewhere.
with the job, that could be anything. I'm just basically what I'm saying is I'm carrying good energy that I accumulated in
Yeah.
this year, carrying it over to next year. Anything outside of that, when I say I don't care, I mean it's like it's not gonna bother me. It's not gonna be,
Mhm.
hey, cool, I'm gonna let it go. That type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not focusing on that because once again, time is just steady moving. I gotta focus on what makes me happy. I gotta
Yep.
focus on making my people happy. So that's what I got going on 2024, man. I
Yes,
don't
sir.
want no problems, man. Just hey, let me be. That's it, man. And looking forward to another season, man. Like I know we've been talking, got a lot of different ideas. I think next year is gonna be I think it's gonna be a great year on all aspects, man. So I got some things going on, and it's gonna be great, man. So I'm excited. I'm excited, bro. So what about yourself?
Hey, man. So you know I gotta have a theme every
What's the
year.
thing? What we rocking, dog?
2024 is more love, more family, more time, more energy, more money, more trips, more traveling, more more fun. You know what I'm saying? Just putting
Yeah.
more energy into so much more things where we're not just waiting for opportunities, waiting for the right moment, waiting for everything to line up to do that vacation, waiting for everything perfect to do that trip with your wife or do the family trip, man. I'm just trying to really enjoy life, for 2024 and just give more,
Yeah.
right? Give more time to my community, more time to my church, more time to God. Just putting so much more. For me, I definitely am putting more into my brand, JWE. I definitely have had something just cooking for a long time, and it's time. It's no more time for waiting. It's time to just put the energy in. Let's just do more,
Yeah.
trust more, have more faith, more belief. Um, all of the above, man. I feel like we have all the tools that we need to be successful in whatever aspect we want to do in life.
Yeah.
And it's time out for making excuses. It's time out for saying you don't have the right opportunity, the right people, the right resources, the right networking, whatever. It's time to just put in more of whatever that more is for you. I challenge you to put that in for 2024.
Go for it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, look at that. Wisdom, man. More grace. Like, you know what I'm saying? Good
All of the
gracious,
above,
dog.
man. I want more hair, all of that. Like this, I just really want 2024 just to be about more. And I think that's important for us to put that energy in. Like I said, so many of us are waiting for that right moment or just hoping things line up, or if this happen, I'll do this way. If this go that way, if I get this money or this situation, I meet this person. I'm like, nah, let's just do more now. Like start it off right now.
Yeah.
As you hearing the sound of my voice, let's start it off now,
Let's get it.
because leading into the new year with that energy, I think will allow us to see. We already see the effects of trying to follow the old model, and you see what happened with COVID and how that changed so many people's lives, and realizing
Changed a
like,
lot.
what am I doing? Why am I still here? Why am I waiting on this? Why
Yeah.
this person don't care? This company don't care. This situation is not working for me. Why are we waiting? So just more. More is the thing for 2024,
Hey,
dog.
I'm gonna tell you like this before we get out of here, bro. This ain't a telling why you mad. This is a more of a just a request of your boy Jared. I know
Yeah.
it's gonna be a new year, okay? I know y'all gonna get ready to get in these gyms. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Do me a favor. Leave your tripods at home. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to see them in
Or the
2024.
lapel mics.
Or the lapel mics, unless you're doing an instructional video that I can say, hey, where can I subscribe to your channel
Right.
and learn something? Like, if you're not doing those things, leave them at home, okay? So, like, that's my only request. You know what I'm saying? And you young teens out there, when y'all go to the gym, at all 10 of y'all at one time, use the equipment to keep moving.
And work out, yeah.
Get your workout
Don't be
on,
crying
man.
around the machine just talking.
Because
I don't
I'm
care
getting,
about the movie that came out 2 weeks ago. Get off the
look,
machine.
I'm another year older. I ain't got the patience. Hey, man, you using that? Let's keep it moving. So
Get
I'm
out
gonna
the
let you know right now. Get your workout in and get out. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all I want people to start. Hey, listen, if you eating right, healthy, working out, that's all I want for you in 2024.
Yes,
just take
man,
care of yourself.
Let's start off the new year right, man. Let's not wait for the clock to strike midnight or the ball to drop or whatever, man. Let's start that now, man. Whatever it is that you want to do, let's just go for it, man. Forget the right opportunity, time, resources. Let's just go for it and give more to everything.
Yes, sir.
We are closing out here our 8th season here at
Crazy,
B2B,
man.
Black to the Basics, the People's Podcast, all the above, man. We are beyond grateful and thankful for each and every listener. For listeners that came and left, the ones that just trying to see what's going on, what we got going on. For the people that don't rock with us, that kind of rock with us. All the above, man. If you ever tune into an episode, man, we appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
We are still standing because of y'all support and everything y'all put into us. We definitely hope that y'all had a wonderful Christmas and hope you have an even better New Year. Give more to yourself, your family, your circumstance, your situation for 2024. And we will definitely catch y'all next year. Peace and love. We love y'all. Catch y'all next year.
Yes, sir. Hey, hold on one second. I got something else, man.
Go ahead.
Because what you said was really, it hit home, man. Hey, if you have somebody out there that is important to you, tell them that you love them. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, it's gonna be, and I hate to say this, but we moving into a new year. It's gonna be a lot of things that change. A lot of people may not make it into the new year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say love, respect, and cherish everybody, because you don't know when it will be your last day. So from Irv, from my brother Weeks,
yes,
we
sir.
appreciate you, and we hopefully see y'all in the next year, because we on the big and better things, baby. So peace. We out of here.
Catch y'all next year. Let's get it.